I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be one of them ones because I am irritated at how blind people choose to be to the word context and additional information. It is not hard, nor will it ever be that hard to understand what you're seeing needs a little bit more context. And if you're going to be someone who just believes something somebody put on Twitter or X because you plebeians want to go to Starbucks and be fancy, you have to understand you might be missing something, and just believing somebody with no additional information makes you look stupid when it comes out that what you believed on Twitter was a lie. I am certain maybe a few of you might have seen a video going around of a young adolescent piece of youth applying to college, and they're going through the admission letter and they got rejected. Well, for some fucking reason, this has been made about race. Why? Because random people on Twitter made it about race, saying he got rejected because he was white. Guess what? Spoiler alert, if you weren't paying attention to the video, nowhere in it had anything to do with skin color other than the fact that the motherfucker was white recording himself doing a TikTok. That's it. There's no mention of affirmative action. There's no mention about black people. There's no mention about being white. So y'all made that shit up because you're somehow inferior and too stupid to get accepted into college, so you gotta blame other people for why you're a fucking failure. Added note, the college that he was applying to, which I believe is Cornell University or something like that, has like a 7.9% acceptance rate. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to get in there regardless. But what irked me, and the reason why I'm making this video and responding to the concept that somebody might come up with by saying, well, you have to think about all these pieces of affirmative action and diversity and equity and inclusion being a problem in society. So yes, it's reasonably understandable. It is not. Why? Because race wasn't brought up by anybody but the losers on Twitter who are fixated on wanting to have something be right because they smoked a little bit too much that day and they're desperate for everybody to look at them and say, yes, we're doing a good job. As I said, the reason that this irks me is that one of the original posters of this had got a DM from the guy who was recording that TikTok who got rejected, and they wanted that video taken down. And I quote, I am the person in the video you posted about. My life has been turned inside out because of this whole scenario. I didn't say it was because of race. If anything, it was my extracurriculars ability to spell out a story of what I wanted to do. I am begging you to take the video down because it's completely jeopardized my future. And you know, that's a reasonable response. This is somebody who's seeing themselves broadcast on social media for something they did not say, and they're being made fun of about it. There's stupid people making their think pieces about it.
Good morning. So I came across this on my little Twitter, and this whole argument of being rejected because you're palm colored, y'all gotta throw that out the window. We're not bringing that into 2024. Affirmative action has already been struck down, so now it's purely on merit. Purely on merit. And unfortunately, little Timmy does not have the sauce. He does not academically have the acumen that they're looking for. Unfortunately, he does not stand out. Y'all and little Timmy are going to have to sit with the fact that, you know, he's mediocre and he does not stand out to these schools that you guys are trying to apply to. Ivy League schools, you have to either make a large donation, know somebody, have legacy, so have lineage that has went to that school, or you have to have scores that are just exceptional, creme de la creme, top of the top. So come 2024, y'all gonna have to find something else to bitch about, because that whole reverse racism thing, can't use that no more.
So of course you would reach out to the original poster and respectfully ask, hey, could you take this down please? You're kind of fucking shit up for me around here. And you would think, as a reasonable adult in the year 2023, I know you're getting ready to say that 2024 is gonna be your next year, but listen to me. You know that a reasonable person would look at that and say, damn, I fucked up. You really didn't say it was about race. I kind of just made that up so that I could get some traction for my shitty podcast or my shitty Twitter account, you know? So you know what? I'm gonna do that, and I'm sorry. You know how easy that is? You see how simple that was? Well, I hate to inform you, but And I quote from the person who posted this and tried to make it about race, even though race played no part in this. Hi, John. I wanted to let you know that I'm taking my post down now. I hope you realize that you need to be careful about what you post online in the future. My post was meant to be satirical and humorous, but unfortunately, you can't control how people perceive things online. However, you should not let negative comments of some people online affect your future prospects. These comments are insignificant in the grand scheme of things, and people move on quickly from one thing to the next. Remember, your future is in your hands, and you alone have the power to shape it. Yada, yada, yada. You fuck this kid's mindset up. You got people running around taking your satirical nature as serious, and as I've told you all before, the slow will treat satirical as if it's real. So you've essentially fucked this kid up, and you try to gaslight him into thinking that it's all his fault because he posted his rejection letter, and you idiots on social media decided, let's make it about race because we're fucking bored and we have nothing to talk about. In a world where I would hope the phrase common sense makes a little bit of actual sense, it doesn't, because you have people who want that quick gratification to fame, they want that quick gratification of success, they want something to gain traction so that they can promote something else, which I'm not gonna put on the screen because I don't really care about your shitty podcast. I don't care that you have it behind a paywall for some reason. You're not gonna get too much traction from this. You're just gonna be known as the guy who wanted to make somebody getting rejected from college about race, and then you're going to be layered in obscurity because that's the fate of people who want quick gratification instead of building something that is actually sustainable for them now and them in the fucking future, which is a reason why a lot of you content creators, no matter if it's podcasting, streaming, OnlyFansing, or doing some third thing, you suck because you want something quick and not something that has longevity in it. You cannot sit here and create a conversation based around anything serious while you're lying about other people, whether it be for satirical reasons or you want to have some interesting, invocative conversation about the world today. Because in the world today, people are going to focus on the stupid thing you did rather than you caring about the message and wanting people to have a conversation about it. If you can have the conversation without doing something dumb, stupid, and otherwise, you don't need to go the extra mile. And for those of you who do go the extra mile, congratulations. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody's going to give you that much money. We're going to sit and laugh at you. And you're right. Move on to the next thing because shit like this don't last longer than about 3 weeks. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Goodbye.